About Syracuse starting quarterback tonight.
We didn't know much about him, but again, defensive football is just doing your job, doing your 111th, and it doesn't matter who's out there.
And what did you guys kind of do to, shore yourself up a little bit to, maybe get to know him a little bit more than you did?
Say that again?
I guess what did you guys do before the game to kind of catch up a little bit in terms of preparing for him?
Yeah, nothing. The coaches just said, do your job. Nothing changes, and that's what we did.
Adam?
Melkart, it's obviously been a couple of huge games for you with the sack numbers. Can you get in a groove when you're rushing the passer? Like, basketball, you can get hot shooting, or baseball hitting, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it possible to get in a pass rushing groove?
Yeah, you can get in a groove, but again, sacks are team stats. If I'm in a groove and the DBs aren't covering, then there's no sacks. So it's a team stat, and the DBs are doing a great job covering and just winning our rushes.
Jeremiah?
Yeah, Melkart, obviously, as we talked about, you guys have made strides as a team, made improvements as a team. Last couple of weeks, kind of right there, player there, made the difference. Today, to get back into the win column, how important was it for you all to kind of break through and get back and get off of the losing streak?
Yeah, last week they asked me how does a sack feel. I said good, but wins feel a lot better. So happy to get the win today and keep building on that.
AJ?
Where does the resilience of this team come from? A month ago, you guys were going through a whole lot a week after the Clemson game, on top of the performance against Clemson, and everything's kind of slowly been flipping the other way. Where did that come from?
Coach Belichick always tells us to just block out the noise and focus on ourselves. And we know we are a resilient group. Coach Moses put us through the ringer all summer, all winter, so we know we have what it takes, and it felt good to put it out there tonight.
And that was tested tonight. You guys had 4th and inches, ended up with a penalty, and then kick a field goal, then the scoop and score. We were kind of in that position again where we're dealing with inches and bad things happening. How did you guys kind of re-galvanize in that moment and end up closing them out? It was, 24-0?
21-0 in the second half.
21-0 in the second half, last 24 points.
Yeah, that's just playing your 111th, playing disciplined football, and just keeping your head down and working.
Adam?
Melkart, what would you attribute maybe the last 3 games, the Cal game, the UVA game, and this game, specifically for your defensive front?
Okay.
It just seems like you guys have taken it to another level. Like, where can you point to, like, maybe the most improvement for you guys as a defensive front? Because it seems like, things are better.
Yeah, we're deep. Our 2 deep, great players all around, and we all do our job, and we all want to get better. And you can see it throughout the week. We'll hold each other accountable. We get on each other, but we're humble, and we take that and we just try to get better. And obviously, it's been showing, like you said.
Is there anything you can point to, though, maybe like a turning point?
No, I just feel like when the whole team does their job, it makes everybody look better.
Right here.
Obviously, you guys had success rushing the passer, but you also played a pivotal role in stopping the run. Can you just talk about gap responsibility and what kind of adjustments you guys made in the second half to kind of force Syracuse to be more one-dimensional?
Yeah, just doing our job. Just do your 111. If you're supposed to be there, stay there, and trust your brother to be in the other spot. And that's what we did.
Anything else from Melkart? Yep,
Sure, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Like AJ was asking Melkart, about like coming out of the Clemson game, you had lost the game badly, and there's all sorts of noise out there, and people talking bad about you guys as a program.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like this team has gotten through that bad stretch, that adversity, and maybe at this point in the season is headed in a better direction? Teams are going in all sorts of directions at this point in the year. Do you feel like you guys are headed the right way?
Yeah. But Coach Belichick says, every week you restart. So we're going to restart, game plan for our next opponent, and just win.
And last one for
Fair
you.
enough.
Yeah.
Kind of an easy question here, but we saw complimentary football tonight.
Yeah,
Side of
that's
the ball.
it.
Haven't really seen that much this year. You guys have gotten a lot of stops before. D-line's been getting better the last few weeks, but the offense complemented what you guys did score. So what's it like seeing the offense actually move the ball down the field for a change, getting the end zone?
Feels good. We
That was an easy
don't
question.
we don't worry about the offense because we can't control that on defense. So we just do our job, and if they score points, they score points.
And they make your work pay off, though. There were times where that hasn't happened in the past, and your work was kind of validated when they were able to cash in a few times.
Yeah, feels good.
All right, good stuff, Melkart.
Thank you,
Appreciate
guys.
everybody.
Thank you, Melkart.
That was an easy question.